Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to our Seller's Guide series. I'm Jacob with the Spain & Company Real Estate. Now, so far in this series, we've talked about whether you even need a real estate agent to sell your home, what questions to be asking when you're interviewing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So make sure you go watch those to get caught up. Now, today we're going to talk about what happens behind the scenes before the house is ready to list. Whenever it comes to selling a home, we're dealing with the home selling trifecta. You've got staging, you've got marketing, and the most important, pricing. When we're staging a property, you're going to do the basics. You're going to be decluttering, which means removing a lot of the big furniture, showcasing the property as best. In addition to decluttering, you want to depersonalize, which means you're taking off all the personalized pictures around the house because you want to make it look like a model home. When a person walks through it, you want them to subconsciously kind of be able to picture themselves in this property. So once you've decluttered, depersonalized, you want to maybe freshen up the house with a coat of paint, minor things like that, fix up some nicks and scratches, fix up the curb appeal outside, just a variety of different things that are going to be very cost efficient. Now, in addition to depersonalizing and decluttering, you're going to want to make sure that your house is odor free. That means no food odors. If you're a pet owner like I am, you want to get rid of that pet smell. And most importantly, you don't want your house to smell like smoke. But if you have to smoke, make sure you're doing it outside. It drastically reduces the amount of money you're going to get when you sell. I've experienced this personally. Buyers will literally walk away from a house the second they walk in because it smells like cigarette smoke. Now, we try to get rid of cigarette smells using an ozonator in our staging process. Sometimes it can be really caked in there, and we try to do as much as we can. So just to avoid it, step outside to smoke your cigarettes. Even if you smoke in the garage and you have an entrance to it, your smell is undoubtedly going to come in. It's a lot more sensitive and a lot more noticeable to non-smokers. Okay, so you definitely do not want to smoke in your house, especially when you're preparing it to be put on the market. So that's what we do when we're actually staging a property. Now, when we want to go in the next step, it means you're updating things. Now, the best return on investment for when you're making an update is fixing up the kitchen and your bathrooms. However, you don't want to overspend, especially if you're doing all this for the sake of selling. Now, I tell all my clients, if you're doing a certain renovation because you want to enjoy it because it's your home, you realize the fact that you're not going to recoup your entire investment and you're okay with that, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. However, when you go above and beyond in a certain aspect when it comes to renovation, you may not be able to recoup that when it comes to selling. I'll give you an example. I had a client, had a beautiful home. It was around a $600,000 range, but they ended up putting in over $75,000 in the landscaping outside. Now, it looked absolutely gorgeous. However, you can't expect to sell your house for $650,000 or $675,000 now because you've got so much money invested in your backyard because the market doesn't care. Now, a buyer might come in and say, oh, I love this backyard. It's great. But are they willing to pay an extra $50,000 or $75,000 than what they can get a similar home for in that area? Highly unlikely. However, let's just even assume that they do love it. The bank's not going to approve them on their mortgage if they came in and put an offer for $650,000. All right. So the most common renovations that we see people doing before they sell their home is kitchens and bathrooms. It can really differ depending on the market you're in. So we'd be more than happy to talk to you and give you an idea of what you should be doing. And again, it comes down to the house as well. If you've got a house that hasn't been updated in 35 years, it makes no sense for you to update the kitchen when everything else is also dated. So there's a few varying things that we have to take into consideration before you do all the necessary improvements when you're going on the market. At the end of the day, you want to showcase your property to the best potential that you possibly can. A potential buyer is going to make their decision within the first 7 seconds of walking in the house. Now, when people tell me, oh, I got a new roof done or we just fixed the furnace, this maintains the value of your home as opposed to actually increasing the value. Now, of course, if you've got a metal roof, that means somebody's never gonna have to do a roof update again. That's gonna increase the value. However, if you say, well, I just got the new roof done 2 years ago and you're expecting to add $5,000 to the purchase price, it's not gonna work that way because a buyer is expecting a roof in good shape. And if the roof isn't in good condition, they're going to want to get a reduction on the purchase price to make up for that because they're going to undoubtedly have to fix that in the near future. However, what I do caution all homeowners against is signing up for these furnace and air conditioner contracts. You definitely don't want to sign up for one of those and then have to end up selling your home. Any potential buyer coming in to purchase your home is not going to want to take over that contract because most homes come included. The only contract we see generally is a hot water tank, and I think that's usually about $30, $35 at the most. So if you're signing up for a furnace contract, you have to keep in mind that any potential buyers are going to want you to pay that off before they transfer ownership. All right, so that's it for today, you guys. Staging and preparing your home for showings is a very important aspect when it comes to selling your home. A lot of people think we're just going to sign a contract, put the sign on the lawn for sale, and nothing could be further from the truth. It is very intensive. We work very closely with our clients and our stager and our team to make sure that we're going to be able to showcase the property to its best potential and, again, recoup as much of that investment as possible. You only want to do things that you know are going to make a difference for your bottom dollar, because at the end of the day, it really comes down to how much you're going to take away after you end up selling your house. All right, so let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, please never hesitate to contact us. Click the link below if you'd like your own copy of a seller's guide. And until next time, thanks for watching. Have a good one.